Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important topic of HTML elements, which is field set. Prior to this session, we have already discussed various other basic elements and other things related to HTML forms, right? So this session is in the continuation of the same, where we are going to talk about the field set and legend element. Both of the elements are used together in HTML form. So by the end of this session, you will be able to understand what is field set and legend element, why do we need that, and what are those scenarios where we are supposed to utilize these two elements. Okay, but before we start the session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released session first, because these all sessions are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be very easy for you to understand the ongoing topic. For now, we are just focusing on the field set part, but as I mentioned, previous sessions are connected with each other. So if you follow those sessions in a proper sequence, you will get more information, right? So, okay, I think now we are good to start with this session. So we are going to proceed in the same way. Firstly, I'll show you the exact code which we will write from scratch. We will see how we can create the field set, what are the syntax and structure that we are supposed to follow, and then later on we will verify the output as well. Okay, but just prior to that, I want to give you today's question. So as you know, in every session we discuss one question, and you all are supposed to share the answer of this question. So today's question is, why do we use data list in element in HTML forms? I know most of you already know the answer of this. So if you know the answer, then please do share your knowledge in the comment section so that others can take a reference from it. But in case if you don't know the answer, it's completely fine. You can refer the previous session, because there we have already discussed all these things in a detailed manner. Reason behind this question is just to recall all the things, because we are learning every day new things, right? So it's always better to do the practice to recall the things, because that practice only help you in the exam and the interview. Okay, and by answering this question, you are not only learning the concept, but you are also providing you are sharing your knowledge in the comment section. That will help others who don't know the answer, right? And to be very honest, those who will provide the consistent correct answer will be spotlighted in the upcoming sessions for sure. So that's why I request you to please do share the answer of this question. So let's start with today's topic. So here at the moment, if you see the code, we have just noted down the basic HTML code with one heading, which is HTML by Sharmit. So now if I show you the output of this code, it would look like this. Okay, so this is the output of our current code, which is showing HTML by Sharmit. Now we are going to learn about the field set. So for that, we will create one form, because everything we are learning in terms of form itself. So let's create a basic form. So for that, here I will write form. Then we will add another thing, which is button, because in form we do need one button. So let's create one button, and it would be the normal button. Okay, so let's give the name as submit. Now we will add the type. So type would be submit itself, and then when we can save it, just to show you the output, let's refresh the browser, and it is showing this button. Now at the moment, if I click on this button, it will do nothing. Why? Because we have not specified any action yet. So let's go and set the, just give me a moment. Yeah, so now we are good to set the action. So to set the action, in form tag we will write action and the page where we want to transfer the code. So if I save it and refresh the browser, this time if I click on submit button, it will take me to the TSPGem10 page, and this is the page where we will send all those data that we have captured through the form. But at the moment, you can see we have not created any input field or anything, so that's why it is just taking us to this form without submitting anything. All right, so let's create the field set, but just before that, let's discuss what is field set. So field set, if I give you the easiest definition, then field set is an element of HTML form that we use in order to group all correlated elements together. Let me repeat it. Field set is an element that we use in HTML to group all correlated information together so that user will see a grouped or categorized details of the form. Okay, so if someone asks you in the interviews or maybe in the exam, then you can simply say that field set is mainly used to group down all correlated things together. So I think definition wise we are good. So let's create the field set. So to create the field set, you just need to write here field set. Okay, let me add one heading first, okay, so that it would be clear on the output screen as well. So let's add h2, and here I will write field set and legend element in HTML forms. So why do we need both? I'll explain you why we are learning legend element, but let me show you the output first. So this is fields. Okay, let's change this to F, capital F. Fine. So now this is the heading. Now we will create the form, and along with that I will also explain you the legend tag. So let's add the field set here. And now in this field set, the first element we will use here is legend. Now why do we need this? As we all know that field set is mainly used to group down the things, right? So all those grouped element, there should be name for them, right? So to add the name for those grouped elements, we will use the legend tag. So basically it is used to give the caption or title of your category. So let's keep it as personal information. Okay, so if I save it and refresh the browser, it will show something like this. So this is how field set is used. So basically when you use field set, it create a border like structure around your grouped elements. At the moment we don't have added any element yet, but when we add elements, it will came all under this border itself. Okay, this box like structure, and the legend tag we are using to give this kind of caption or the information or the title of the grouped element. Clear? So we just created one simple field set and provided one heading. Now it's time to add input field to group down the things. So in this input field I will write the type first. So type attribute text. Here I will give the name, which is username. Then we will provide the placeholder, and in placeholder I will write username. Clear? So if I save it, refresh it, it would come like this. Similarly, if we have another field which is correlated, so we can keep it in the same field set. So here I will write input, and then by type and email, then name, email, and the placeholder email. Now you can save it and refresh it. So you can see in personal information we have two correlated fields, one is username and one is email. Likewise, if you want to create another field set for other correlated fields, then you can simply copy it. Let me copy it here so that I can save the time. And here we can write, for example, official information. Okay, we just marked it as official information. And in fields also we can change it bit. Let's add it as number type. Here we can write office ID. Okay, office ID, and here we will write office ID, and here we can write official email. Okay, and here also we can write official email. So now what we did so far, we just created two types of field set which is showing two different type of correlated fields. So first field is showing that we are using username and email. Second is showing first is showing that we are using personal information, and second is showing we are using official information. Now my question is, what will happen if I use this legend under this? Will it change something? Let me show you. So you can see now it is highlighting this part as a other information. So likewise you can create a subcategories as well. Okay, but don't get confused. For time being, just create a simple field set with one legend. It's fine. But as for like we go longer, like you will see other requirements will come, and likewise you can customize the thing. Okay, but for time being we can just create a basic example where we are storing. Now if you put anything here, and for example ABC, ANC, something, anything which you want to, for time being I'm just using this kind of data. Okay, so let's click on submit, and you can see, oh, we are looking for email, so let's put email because the type was email, and likewise we will submit. So when you click on submit, it will take your data to the next page, which is TSPGM10 with, and we are using get method, by default get method, so it is showing the output in the URL. Clear? So yeah, I think now we are good with this topic. I hope it is clear to all of you that why do we use field set, how we can create a field set, and what are the advantages of field set. So yeah, that's all for today in this session. In the next session we will discuss few more things, and I hope and request you to share the knowledge of your for this question in the comment section. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.